James Kaufman, World News Report today. Newly released images of the interstellar comet 3I Atlas appear to show the alien object spitting out an enormous jet of gas and dust towards the sun, just as all comets are expected to do. It looks like it's going to turn out to be just a space rock. Comet 3I Atlas is not hiding from Earth like many say it is. This week, the internet is buzzing with headlines like mysterious object is up to no good while it's hidden behind the sun. They're referring to the interstellar comet 3I Atlas. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb and others have suggested it might be a spaceship deliberately hiding from humans behind the sun. There's just one problem. Well, with this argument, we still can see it from Earth. Again, this is Core 1 chronograph on board NOAA's GOES 19. We all hate the new instrument. They say that they've seen it transverse. They released the data. 25th, 26th would be here, as it would have disappeared and we couldn't track it. I'm able to get some older data that I'll show you in just a second. So Core 1 is tracking the object and monitoring its brightness. So is NASA's quartet of Punch spacecraft and chronographs on board the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory known as SOHO, although they're not letting us see that data. Not far from Earth, 22,000-mile orbit. Comet 3I Atlas is under constant surveillance by several spacecraft. Quote, unless 3I Atlas fades substantially the next couple of days, we should be able to keep eyeballs on it right through its perihelion, its closest approach to the sun, says chronograph expert Carl Badams. I would say that probably already occurred. On the 21st, 22nd, perhaps? Why are they showing this now when we know we can't see it on Core 1 GOES 19? What a joke. Now, they've made Core 1 GOES 19 a piece of garbage. You can't go back at all. I'm going to jump over to Core 1 GOES 18 so we can see from the 22nd on. Tracking the comet is not easy because it's so faint. Badams explains how it is done. Objects at a threshold of detection like 3I Atlas are a challenge for chronographs. We often have to employ image stacking techniques. For this to work, we have to have a very precise understanding of the pointing and distortion of the telescope so that we can find the exact pixels that correspond to the comet. Gets fiddly, but we can make it work. 3I Atlas change. So we know exactly what we're looking at for the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 6th. I do have GOES 18 chronograph for those days. I tell you what, guys, if y'all see something, y'all let me know, okay? We're headed there right now. If 3I Atlas changes direction or surges in brightness, we will know it. So far, it's acting just like any other normal comet. T. Marshall Eubanks from Space Initiatives, Inc. assembled this light curve, including recent data from Core 1 and Punch. Alright, this light curve would be considered completely normal, and we are right about here, so we're right about the close approach here. And they handed us the information on the 26th. We'll see if we can take a look. It's pretty impossible. Alright, by that picture, we know that it went right through here And it could be that rock right there. It could be some of these things here. This does go to from the 22nd to the 26th. And I will show you all one last time before we try to find it, which I think is next to impossible, where they say it was on each day. A bit funny how they didn't mention it on the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and now the 26th. All they said it was behind the sun. They couldn't see it. Very strange. We're going over to core 18. We kind of see the route here. These satellites are in the exact same 22,330 foot orbit. So it should be a very similar picture. It goes 18, which I like a lot better. Now there's no way to slow it down, but remember the 22nd, it's in this area here. It supposedly has a tail now that's pointing at the sun like it's supposed to be. I don't see a thing here. This is going to be core 1 goes 18, and this is our chronograph over here. I don't see it on either one, but well, they showed you where they thought it was each day. It should be just at the end of this tape, which is the 26th. 22nd through the 26th should just be exiting this area here, which to me says it already made its close approach to the sun, right? Let's think about that. So the 22nd, it should be up here. Look at all the backside. Huge coronal mass ejections, solar flares, unbelievable. This is the 24th here. We know we're in this area here. I don't see a thing. 25th, we know we're in this area here. I see a lot of solar activity on that backside, but I don't see a comet, guys. Now I see comets. I see one there. I see one there. I see one right there. I'll show you several. I just don't see this comet. I see one right there. I just don't see this one. I just don't really see it. If y'all do, let me know. But this has caused a ton of backside, well, problems here. This is into the 25th here. Remember, 22nd to the 26th. I'll let y'all watch those timestamps next here. Now, I can't slow it down, although I don't think it'll help. So they say that they have several spaceships watching it. I see that comet right there. I see other comets in the field of view for sure. I just don't see one that does this. Again, here we're on the 25th. It should be right around here. Don't see anything. And then the 26th, it should be right around here. We're still on the 25th, as you can see. And I don't see anything. Although, again, I see comets all over the place. I got a comet right there. Okay? I've got plenty of comets going into the sun. I just don't see one where they say it flew by here. Point out a few more comets so you know what they look like here. I can find a few more. Here comes a bunch. 1, 2, 3. So that's kind of what a comet usually looks like. Space rock comet. So again, they didn't release this till today, the 26th, which brings it off core 1. Why not? Why not tell us that they were able to see the comet the whole time and map it out for us? Why tell us that it's completely behind the sun every day? I have no idea. What if there is no comet? I don't know. All data confirms that 3i Atlas has followed a fairly standard model of comet brightness with contributions from gas and dust. If this is a spacecraft, it is wearing an uncanny disguise. In early December, just around the corner, 3i Atlas will emerge from the glare of the sun. All the backyard astronomers on Earth will be able to rejoin the monitoring, and their guess is that you will see a comet with a tail pointed towards the sun, and it very well might be green at this point. No, you won't see a spaceship because this is a space rock. I think it's wild how they didn't release this until after it was clear off of our core 1 goes 19 here, and obviously our core 1 goes 18. God bless, folks. These people, well, you know. Please share and subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro world. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up for the real information about this comet.